Good afternoon, everyone. This is Oihik once again. I'm an information security analyst at ISOEH. So, as we know, our today's topic is bash scripting. Okay, bash scripting, or you can also say it shell scripting. Okay, now what? Now, before we move on to the top topic, we have to know what is a shell. Okay, so we have to know what is a shell. Okay. So, shell means, see, if you are using any operating system, be it Windows, be it Linux, be it Mac, be it Android, any operating system, you are basically indirectly interacting with the shell. Okay, so what is a shell? Shell is a special user program which provide us an interface for or to use the operating system services. Now, anything you are using in an operating system is services. Okay, be it opening a folder, be it writing a file, be it running any commands. Okay, be it any Windows update, be it any OS update. Each and everything is a services. So why shell provide us an interface to use the services? Because shell has the capability to accept human readable commands. Now, what do you mean by human readable commands? That means if I, for example, type "How are you?" Okay, so this is an English text, right? But this English text can be understandable by us, can be understandable by only human beings. But this "How are you?" this English sentence cannot be understood by the computers. Okay, cannot be understood by the computers. Okay, so why? Because computer only understand binary, that is 0 and 1. So what shall actually do? It accept human readable commands from us, and what it do? It compile our text or compile our message and converts them into binary, and then the computer going to understand. Okay, so what it do? Shell takes our message in English format. Okay, then what it do? It converts by compiling it so that the computer or the kernel can understand. Okay, so basically it is a command language interpreter. Okay, command language interpreter. Why? What is the function of an interpreter? It converts a language to another language, right? Okay, so it execute the commands from the input device like keyboards. Okay, if you also say touch, okay, touch mobile, okay, Android phone, smartphones. Okay, so what it do? It execute the commands from the input device which it is getting from the input device, and compile them and converts it into binary. Okay, so this is the main function of the shell. Now, there are basically two types of shell. One is command line shell, another one is graphical shell. Now, graphical shell means like in Windows. That means it is basically used to manipulate the programs which is based on the graphical user interface. So graphical shell is built in order to use or manipulate the programs which is based on graphical user interface, in the short GUI. Why? Because it allows the operations such as opening, closing a file, moving a file, copying a file, then resizing a file. Okay, resizing a window. Okay, not a file, resizing a window. Okay, so these are the basically GUI operations. Okay, GUI operations. Okay, so we daily use this operation in Windows OS. Okay, or you can also say Ubuntu is also a good example of GUI, because there is two version of Ubuntu. One is server, another one is GUI. right? Okay, so Ubuntu can be also a good example of a GUI shell. Okay, now command line shell. What do you mean by command line shell? Command line shell means which can be accessed by the users using a command line interface. If you haven't used Linux, then I hope you have used CMD, that is command prompt. Okay, so that is a CLI, command line interface. So that is called command line shell. Now, if you are or if you have start using Linux, or if you have studying Linux, then you will start using the CLS, that is command line shell. Okay, that means we will perform those operations from our CLI, from by commands, not by clicking on it, not by any double click. Okay, no, we have to write the commands. Then according to according to those commands, it will interact. It will react. Okay, so it is a special program called CLS, that is command line shell. Okay, so in Windows, the command line shell is command prompt or CMD, but in Linux, it is called as terminal. In Linux, the command line shell is known as terminal. Okay, so this is a basic difference between the command line shell and GUI shell. Okay, now there are several types of shell. If you can say bash shell, or this is a topic today, bash scripting. Now, why we have chosen bash scripting? Because bash is the by default or most widely used shell in Linux system. Okay, so it is the default login shell in Linux, in any Linux system, be it Ubuntu, be it Kali, be it CentOS, any Linux system. Then another type of shell is CSH, that is C shell. Okay, so here the syntax is very much similar to C programming language. Okay, then corn shell. Now, what is a corn shell? So it is the one of the most advanced shell. Okay, so it is a base of POSIX shell. Okay, so these are the types of shell. Now we will move on to our topic, that is bash scripting. So bash scripting is coming under shell scripting. Shell scripting is a whole group. Under shell scripting, there are multiple scripting language like PowerShell scripting, bash scripting, etc. Okay, so our topic is bash scripting, but before we go to the practical part, we have to know what is shell scripting. See, what I have told, shells are interactive, right? Shells are interactive. That means they will accept commands from the input or from us, and it will execute them. I've already explained that, right? But sometimes we have to execute a bunch of commands, right? Now let me give an example. Now if you know Linux already, or if you know the basic commands of Linux, then cd, mkdir, ls, these are the basic command, right? Now suppose you have to execute hundreds of commands together, or not together, you have to execute hundreds of commands each and every day, daily. You are coming to office, you are a Linux administrator, and you are executing hundreds of commands. Okay, but this will be very hectic, or this will be very much monotonous, right? So what you can do, you can use shell scripting. Okay, so what is shell scripting mainly? You will store you or you will type all the commands in a file, in a file, and then what you can do, you will just give the executable permission to that file, and when you will execute that particular file, then all the 100 commands will be executed together. Okay, you need not to type hundreds commands daily. Just write those commands in a file one time and give the executable permission. Okay, and then run the file, and your hundreds of commands will be executed together. Okay. Now, as a shell, it can also take commands as input from the file. Like if you know any other programming language like Python, C, there we can build to take the input from the user, or you can say user input. So in the bash scripting also we can make a program of user input. Okay, so we can write these commands in a file and execute them in shell to avoid obviously this repetitive work. Okay. Okay, now basically shell scripting you can say are basically similar to batch file like ms-dos, ms-dos. Okay, and powershell. Okay, now I have told about the file in which you will store all the commands. So that file should have an extension, like a executable file has extension of .exe, a text file has execute extension of .txt. Okay, so for the bash scripting file, the file extension will be .sh. Okay, .sh. Now in a shell scripting we can also use the programming keywords. Why? Because the shell script or the bash script has the syntax just like any other programming language, be it Python, be it C, C++, Java, anything. So we will basically use if else, okay, if else loop, okay, this all we can use. Then another characteristics, what is that? Shell commands, like it will also accept cd, ls, echo, then pwd, okay, touch command. Okay, also it will accept the shell commands. So what are the keywords? If else, break, loop. Okay, then functions. So what is the function? Function means function we have already used in the C Python, right? Okay, so these are function, so which is basically used to avoid repetitive task, or it will build you a block of codes. Okay. Acha. So why do we need the shell scripting? So one example I've already told that we can avoid repetitive task or repetitive work, or we can automate the task. Okay. Then then system admins also can use shell scripting for backups, or to analyze the logs, or to check the log files. Then system monitoring. Okay, so these are mainly the advantages of bash scripting, okay, or shell scripting. Okay, now I will start with the practical part. Uh, so let let me share the screen. Minute, guys. Okay, let me restart my system. Okay, so if I go to desktop and okay, let me create scripts folder where we have some bash script. Okay, scripts. Okay, now then another thing. What I have told, if you have listened carefully, then I have told that what the shell do, it will compile our human readable text and converts into binary. That means each and every shell has a compiler. Each and every shell in any operating system has a compiler, right? So this is a rule. This is a rule in bash scripting or any other shell scripting. We have to mention the compiler location. We have to mention the compiler location. Okay, where from where it will compile each and every shells, okay, or each and every shell commands. Okay, so in every shell scripting or in every bash scripting we have to mention the compiler location from where it will compile, otherwise it will not compile and it will not be executed. It will throw us an error. Why the error will be? It cannot compile. Okay, so as we are using bash scripting and this is our bash shell. Okay, this is our bash shell. So I will say where the bash shell or the bash shell compiler is located. So I will simply type which bash. Okay, so as you can see, user bin bash. This is the compiler and it is stored in user bin folder. Okay, so in every bash scripting we have to mention this directory or mention this whole location. Okay, Aisha. So this is a name. This has a name. Then the name is shebang. Okay, the name is shebang. This bash shell compiler is known as shebang. Okay, so now let's start making the scripts. Suppose let's go the demo.sh. Okay, demo.sh. Now, first, what I've told, I have to give the location of compiler. How to? Hash mission and also sorry, write bin bash. Okay, bin bash. Sit. Now, suppose I want to make a directory and want to make a directory and another directory and to make a file. Okay, and make another directory and to make a file. Okay, or build a file. So what can I do? This I have to write how to make a directory by mkdir, right? Mkdir command. Suppose mkdir demo. Then what I'll do, I will switch to the directory by cd command, change directory, cd demo. Right now, what I'll do, I will create a file. Now, how to create a file? By touch test. Okay, that's simple. Okay, now what I'll do, I will simply save this, and if I do ls, I have demo.sh, but if I do ls-la, the demo.sh has no executable permission, right? So what I will do, I will give the or allow the executable permission to demo.sh. Okay, how to chmod plus x demo.sh. Okay, now if I select, now as you can see, it has the executable permission in both user group and others. Okay, now in Linux system, how to execute a particular file? How to execute a particular file? By this dot and forward slash. That's it. Dot forward slash demo dot sh. Okay, if you enter. Okay, now if you check, as you can see, demo directory has been created. Now if you go to demo to ls, once again, as you can see, test file also been created. Okay, now let me show another thing. Let's delete all the things. Okay, Okay, acha. We go to back, dir, demo. Okay, now let me go back to the script. Now let me also write a particular thing. How to? By echo comment. Echo. Okay, echo post hello to test. Right? Let's suppose. Now if I check it, nothing is there. Now no directory is there. But if I execute it now, sh ls demo is created. Cd demo ls. If I do cat test, as you can see, hello is created. So see how simple it is. You have to just store all the commands inside a single file, give the executable permission, just execute the file, all the commands will be executed. That's it. Okay. Now this is the one characteristics of shell scripting. Now another characteristics, what is that? It can also accept the the keywords like of other programming language like loop, if else, etc. So let's look up to that. Okay, look up to that. So if I go to nano demo.sh, okay, no, okay, cd nano sh, yeah. Okay. So suppose I want to just non-programming. Okay. So what I'll do, I will take a variable. Suppose name equal to suppose Ram. Okay. And age equal to 22. Now I want to show or I want to display. Suppose like this. My name is Ram and my age is 22. Okay. Now in shell scripting or bash scripting, how to print, like in Python we print by print statement, in C programming we print by printf. Okay, in JavaScript we print by console.log, but in bash scripting we have to write echo. The echo command we can print the output. How? My name is, now what should I call? The variable name where it is stored the actual value, right? So how to call the variable? By dollar. Okay, by dollar. It is dollar name and my age is dollar age. That's it. Okay, that's it. So if I, how to save it, just run, and as you can see I got the output. My name is Ram and my age is 22. Okay, so this is one of the basic. Now your question will be, I have told I can also take an user input. Okay, how I can also take an user input, how to take it? Chalo. Okay, now, if you know C programming, we take user input by the function called scanf. In Python, we take the user input from the using the function called input, right? So here we take the user input using the syntax called read. Okay, using the keyword called read. Okay, so suppose first, if you compare with C programming, first what we write? Printf, what is your name? In scanf, we mention or call the variable name, right? Here also same. First what I will do, I will write echo, right? Echo, what is your name? Then I will write I will take the user input or the variable. right? In C programming, we write scanf. Here I will write read. Okay, read. Now I will mention the variable name. Suppose name. Name is a variable name, right? Then echo of what is your age, right? Now read age. Then what we have to do? Echo. Now same as that. Hi, your name is dollar name, okay, and your age is dollar age. That's it. Okay, so save it, run it, and see it is asking input from us. Okay, so if I take Ram, okay, if I 22, as you can see, hi, your name is Ram and your age is 22. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, now let's calculate addition of two numbers. Okay, let's go to operators. Okay, addition of two numbers. Suppose we enter first number. Okay, read suppose num1 echo enter second number. So read 2. Okay, now what I'll do, I will take a variable, right, in which the addition will be stored. Suppose add add. Okay, add. Then I have to put dollar and the bracket maybe num1, then plus num2 and num2, right? Okay, then what I'll do, echo addition of two numbers is, I will specify dollar add, right? Okay, so save it, execute. 10 10. Okay, suppose there's a mistake, line 8 one. Okay, so execute 10 10. Okay, now it's come. So there is a bracket problem or space problem. The addition of two numbers is 20. Okay, addition of two numbers is 20. Okay, this also you can do. Addition of num1 and num2. Okay, this also we can do. So let's create the other operations also. So subtraction num1 minus num2, multiplication here 1 okay, num2 division 1 and divided by num2. Okay, Now just I will copy it. Okay, I will just change it. The for operation. Now it is all there. Sub duplication division, right? And traction multiplication division. Okay, so let's print. Okay, if I do 20 and 10, as you can see, addition of 20 and 10 is 30, subtraction is 10, multiplication is 200, which is right, division is 2. Okay, so this is also you can do, right? Acha. Then also, okay, so these are normal syntaxes of bash scripting. Okay, now let's move on to if else. Okay, if else. Now in if else, let's create which. Okay, do one thing, create a FNAF demo 2.sh shebang. Now suppose let's check a particular number is even or odd. Okay, enter number, right? In read post num. Now what I do? I have to use if statement, right? If. Now I have to open a square bracket. Square bracket inside, write that here num percentile 2. Okay, this is how we can check. But before that, I think we have to provide a dollar. Okay, dollar bracket. Okay, and I will write in bash scripting. I have to write equal like this hyphen eq 0, right? 0. Okay, then we have to write then. If it is happen, then what will happen? Okay, then write okay echo num is even, right? Okay, and else echo num is odd. Okay, and if I okay, let me check. Okay, I think it won't cause us any problem, but let me check. Not plus x 2. Okay, 2 is even. Okay, I do 3 is odd. Okay, so this is a normal if else. Okay, now let's suppose let's see another example. We can also see an example. Let's check if your age is more than 18 or more than equal to 18, then you are eligible to vote. But if your age is less than 18, you are not eligible to vote. Okay, so how can I do it? Sorry. So if I write enter age, okay, enter age, I will write suppose age. So here I will write age. Okay, age greater than equal to 18, right? So right, GE, okay, 18. Then I will print you are eligible to vote, but else you are able to vote. Okay, and last I write a if that is right the if in inverse form. Okay, so if I print plus 18 eligible to vote, why is the error 18 are not eligible to vote, but okay. Okay. Okay, so this is if else. Now there is another keyword called case. So if you know C programming, there is another keyword called case. That means we can provide multiple cases, and each cases will represent different outputs, right? So let's create an interesting thing like a menu bar. Okay, menu bar. If you type one, it will display your date. If you type two, it will show you suppose current directory. If you press 3, it will show list all directories. Okay, so let's create something like this. Nano Sage. Okay, now suppose I'm waiting, I will display choose an option. Okay, choose an option. Now suppose I'm creating a menu bar with the echo. If we press 1, so date echo 2. What I've told, yes, show the current directory and echo 3 will list all files. Okay. Now I will take a variable for the case. Okay. Suppose choice variable will be stored in this choose an option. Okay, suppose read choice. Choice is my variable name. Now I will write case dollar choice. Okay, choice in. What will happen? Case one. This is syntax one bracket one first bracket. This is syntax. Okay, this is how to write. Now, how to display the date in the terminal? By the date command, right? And the last, I have to give two exclamation mark, two semicolon. Okay. To how to show the current directory by pwd. Okay, pwd command. And three, right? ls hyphen la. And if 4, then echo suppose invalid choice. Okay, and last, write case in inverse way. That means ESAC. Okay, CAAC. Yeah, ESAC. And three. Okay, your post show date. Okay, date is displayed. Suppose you can add tree. This is the kind add tree. Three. Okay, so it is listing. Now is four invalid choice. Okay, so this is the case statement in bash scripting. Now let's move on to loop. Okay, now let's start with for loop, then we'll move to while loop. So let me explain the basic difference of for loop and while loop. In for loop, we specify a range. That means range means a starting point and an ending point, right? But in while loop, we will specify a condition. If that particular condition is true, then the loop will iterate. When the particular condition becomes false, the loop will stop. Okay, so let's start. Suppose I will write for, suppose I want to print 1 to 1000. Okay, 1 to 1000. Sorry. So I will write for I. Okay, I is the loop variable which will go into the range and iterate in each and every values, and finally I will print the I. Why? Because I will contain all the values in which it has iterated. I in suppose 1 is a starting point. How to specify the ending point? Dot dot 1000. That's it. Right? Next, we have to write do. Okay? Do. Then I will print the I. Then echo I. Right? And last, I have to write done. After finish the loop, write done. Okay? Okay. Okay. 1 to 1000. It is printed. See, 1 to 1000. Okay, so this is a for loop, right? Now let's move to while loop part. So in while loop we specify condition, right? So okay, let's delete it. So what I write? So suppose we have to provide a variable. Suppose count equal to 10. Okay, count equal to 10. Now while. Okay, while. Okay, so count greater than 10. No, this is my condition. Count is a normal variable. Okay, count is a normal variable. Is normal variable. Okay, so I provide a condition. What is the condition? Count greater than equal to 10. Greater than equal to 10. Okay. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Greater than equal to 0. Okay, greater than equal to 0. That means basically we are counting from 0 to 10. Okay, 0 to 10. That means when the condition will be failed, when it will come till, when it will count till 10. Okay, when come it in 10, right? Then the condition will be failed. So this is a condition. I will write do, and I will write echo count. Okay, because there is no loop variable, and now I have to specify the increment decrement. Okay, that will be decrement, right? Decrement 10 to 0, count minus minus. The last is to write okay, no, done. Let's see. Okay, 10 to 0, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So this is a while loop. Okay, if I say while true, okay, okay. So this is a while loop. Now let's see a function. Okay, now see the example of a function. No, no, 5. Now, what is the function? Function is a basically block of code. Suppose I have multiple operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. Now, function is basically I will separate the codes. Addition will be separated, subtraction is separated. Okay. Nobody will be collapsed. Okay. So, suppose I need to execute the addition only. Then what I will do? I will call the addition in my main function. Okay. I will call the addition in the main function, okay, as much time I want. So 1,000 times I want to, 1,000 times I need to execute the addition block, then just I have to call the addition 1,000 times. I need not to write the code 1,000 times. Okay, so this is a function. No, sorry. Sure. So how to allot the function, how to declare a function, write this. Suppose I have the function name is test. This I declare the function. Okay. Then under the bracket, you write echo. Okay. So echo my name is $1. This I will explain why $1. Echo is my age is $2. Okay, $2. Now, if I write, I will what I told. If I need to execute this particular block, I need to call this particular block in the main function, right? So I will call test here. Test. Suppose I am providing a name. Suppose Ram. Age is 22. So basically, the variable name 1, variable to name 2 is a serial wise variable. That means what content or what value I provide before, it is RAM. So RAM will be allocated to the variable 1. 22 will be allocated to variable 2. Okay. If we save, sage 5.sh. So my name is Ram, my age is 22. Okay, now what I've told, I can use this particular function as much time I want. Suppose I want to use this particular function for another person. So test Sam 23. Another person. Test suppose Rohan 24. So test Rahul, that is 25. Okay. Now you save it. Just run. As you can see, my name is Ram 22, my name is Sam 23, my name is Rohan 24, it's Rahul 25. So I have called the block as many times I want. So this is some meaning of function. Okay. So this is all about the basics of shell scripting or bash scripting. So I hope it is clear to all of you the basics of shell scripting. So thank you for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.